Welcome to the Redeemables podcast. It's a podcast where we take movies that scored 50 or less on the Metacritic scale and we decide whether to redeem them or nail them to the cross. I'm your host, BJ, and I'm joined here by an ex-CIA operative with the weirdest facial hair I've ever fucking seen, Kenny.
Yes, hello. Thank you for having me.
And a supervillain with one fucked up hand for no apparent reason that's never going to be explained to us.
That's my strong hand, child.
We are the Redeemables, and we are also talking about The Losers, a movie from 2010.
We're the losers.
Ladies.
But even the government's best.
We're in.
And the crowd goes wild.
Freeze! Clay, we have a situation here.
Get betrayed.
This is Max. Change of plans. The losers know too much. Kill them. Good times.
We're not soldiers anymore. We're fugitives.
Want your life back? You're gonna have to steal it.
Who are you?
I have a business proposition for you, Clay.
I can help you find Max.
What's the catch, lady?
It's pretty much a suicide mission.
That's not like foreboding at all.
Welcome back to the land of the living.
You know that if we do this, we are waging a war against the Central Intelligence Agency.
They started it.
Don't speak, even whisper.
That's a badass chick.
She's volatile.
Yes.
2010.
2010. It was a different time, wasn't it?
Shocking.
It was it was the return of the action film around there.
For better or worse. And here we are to find out whether this is better or worse.
Yeah.
Speaking of worse, this is PG-13.
Really?
Yeah, which was the first red flag. I'm not going to lie.
I've got thoughts on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I won't bring it up tonight, but
Okay, yeah, I'll check your blog.
I'll put it in my dream.
Hey, you know what? Now's not the time.
Yeah. Now the motherfucker wants to chime in. He's sitting here with a note. It's not even A4, is it? What size is that?
First time Duff's ever brought
I
a
think
note.
it's A5.
Is it A5?
Oh, wait, let me have a look at this paper.
Don't get me started on
We call
the
the
way
pod.
as the numbers go up, A4, A5, it gets smaller. I'm fucking really triggered by that.
A5, what is
How can it be
A5 big?
smaller than A4? It doesn't make any
Is
fucking sense.
A5 big?
It should be, but it's smaller.
So-
See,
yeah,
this
this
confusion
A5.
wouldn't happen if they just did it right. Anyway.
Wait till you get to A0.
Oh, wait, what?
It's huge. No, it is. It's a giant bit of paper.
Zero. You're making shit
I
up.
printed out A0 Office
Fuck
Works.
Oh, you've got a printer that does A0?
No,
do you?
Office Works.
Oh, Office Works.
It's a giant
You've got to
bit of
go to
paper.
Office Works.
I got to
to
get
get
to
it.
Office Works to get A0.
All right, now I need to know.
And it's
What
huge.
did you print on a giant piece of paper, Kenny?
A map
Yeah.
for a heist.
I love it.
A blueprint.
So perfect. Anyway, with The Losers, it's a movie that we watched and we're going to talk about it. It was directed by Sylvian White. It was written by...
Don't know him.
No, me
You
neither.
heard of Sylvian White? Is it
Yeah.
a man or a woman?
Don't know.
Sylvian.
Don't know. Look, there's going to be a lot of names that I butcher really badly in this
Yeah.
one too. There's some real challenges for me, and I'm not going to wear my glasses
Jeffrey
because fuck the
Dean
man. That's
Morgan.
You shouldn't have to.
why. It's written by Peter Berg,
Yeah, I've seen that.
friend of the pod.
Saw it in the credits, yeah. Not yet. You
No.
know, he's not a friend yet.
Oh, he's close,
Yeah,
isn't he?
Yeah, but he's got some misses
Stinkers.
as well. Yeah.
Is he on the Christmas card list, but he's not quite in the friendship
Yeah.
circle?
Would you call Mark Wahlberg friend of the pod?
Oh, nah.
Then Peter Berg's not friend of the pod.
That's
Okay,
right. They
wow.
come as a duo.
Are we using the
Yeah.
with the old Wahlberg metric?
It's a Wahlberg.
The
How many
Bergs.
Wahlbergs would you give him out of 5? It was also written by some dude called James Vanderbilt. Not
James Van Der Beek?
no, not James
Dawson's
Vanderbilt.
Creek?
No.
James Vanderbilt.
And Andy Diggle. Which
Andy
is
what?
Andy Diggle.
Diggle.
Unfortunate name.
Wow.
Moving on as fast as we can before we get cancelled. Stars Idris Elba,
No, my boy.
Zoe Saldana,
Yeah.
Jeffrey Dean Morgan, Chris Evans,
Yeah.
and Jason Patrick.
Big cast.
It was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Really good cast.
Mm.
Metacritic score of 44.
Yep.
Yeah. User score of 62.
Okay.
That's huge.
Yeah.
It's a 20-point jump. If my math is not correct.
It's not.
It's not.
No.
Yeah, that's why I said if it's not correct.
Yeah.
62's on the lower end of films that we do for a user rating.
I don't
Yeah.
think so.
You'd be wrong for thinking not.
Yeah, I shouldn't have thought.
Well, guys, I've got a spreadsheet for this. No, I don't. No. That's the one thing I haven't got a spreadsheet of. I have a bit of Excel. The wiki. The Losers is a 2010 American action film and an adaptation by Peter Berg and James Vanderbilt of the Vertigo comic series of the same name by Andy Diggle and Jock Diggle.
I'm just, every time you say James Vanderbilt, I'm just picturing James Vanderbilt.
Yeah, that jawline.
But jacked. Because it's James Vanderbilt.
Oh, Jesus.
It's just like, imagine Vanderbilt just went to the gym for 3 years and just came out fucking jacked.
That's
and
James
he's like,
Vanderbilt.
oh, I'm James Vanderbilt.
I've legally
now.
changed my name to James Vanderbilt.
Well, every time I picture him, I just think of that crying meme.
Yeah.
Oh,
Perfect.
yeah.
Still my WhatsApp.
I think of
fucking
that.
face.
I think of that movie that was like a kind of attached to American Psycho.
Yeah.
Rules of Attraction.
Yeah, it was.
I
yeah.
think of that.
It was a Bret Easton Ellis.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. Anyway,
Would you want to be meme famous or not? Do you reckon it's a good thing if you were just famous for being a meme? Would you be like,
suck, man.
hey, I'm the guy in the meme? Or would you be like, oh, fuck, I hope they don't recognise me from the meme? I mean, it depends on the meme,
that's
right?
that's not a good thing.
Yeah.
It can't be.
Because it's not a crying meme.
You can't get money from it.
Yeah, true. Just
And you're
the worst kind of
just
internet
a joke
fame.
on the internet. Fucking,
Yeah, okay. All right, I've been trying to be a meme. I'll stop now.
yeah.
This was directed by, as I said before, by Sylvian White, and it just tells you who's in it. That's the wiki. You want some taglines? I got 2.
I thought it'd have more. It's kind of movie with thousands, I thought.
Yeah, no, I looked up 2.
I'm shocked at 2.
Really?
Nah.
I was going to say, don't seem shocked at all. Are you lying? You're a liar. Anyone else would be dead by now.
Anyone else would be dead by now.
Mm.
Okay. Like, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
fine.
I hate it.
They had a bit more to work with.
Oh, yeah.
You don't give them orders. You just turn them loose.
Oh, God.
I think that's better.
It's better. We're definitely, okay.
They're both very cheesy, which may or may not fit the tone of the movie.
Definitely fits the tone of the movie.
How much do you reckon they spent on this? Your GBO guesses. What do you got?
Budget first.
Budget first. Budget first. Sorry, not GBO.
That's okay. Happy to correct you.
Thank you. Always have been.
Fuck.
That's kind of my thing.
Whether you're right or not.
That's definitely my thing. Let's say I'll go first, Duff.
Okay, man. Fuck you.
You usually do.
Hey, it's your barbecue, Ken. This smells good.
Fuck. Getting attacked.
More of the special comments, man, after you make a comment, and then I'll do special comments.
I want to
Okay.
go.
My comment's not special enough for you, Duff. Is that what you're saying?
Give me a hunch on the dot.
Really?
I'm going to say it costs a hunch.
Yep.
Give me 100 million and 1 million.
No.
80.
80? Not according to IMDb.
How much?
25 million.
Nah, with this cast.
Oh, what cast?
This
Back in
guy's-
the day?
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
They
Nothing?
got them right before they were all big.
I'm pretty sure Chris Evans had been in fucking Captain America by then.
Nah.
Captain America was pre-2010, wasn't it?
Oh, I don't know.
I reckon there's fucking two.
God, I
of
hate it
them.
when you challenge us on the
No, I'm not-
in
no,
real
don't,
time like
please,
this.
I'm
No,
not-
I'm
I'm
upset. I want to know. You're challenging me.
But anyway,
But look, I just went with
25 mil seems
IMDb.
outrageous.
I checked one source.
I think
didn't
it makes
cross-reference
sense. Like 25 mil, because I reckon the actors are getting $1 million each, tops, max.
okay.
Jason Patrick's working for Twisties. That motherfucker doesn't even know he's working.
Barely
He just wanted to keep the glove. He's
Yeah.
just like, if I can keep the glove, I'm in.
Yeah. The only person getting paid bulk is Holt. His little fucking...
Oh, he should be.
His
What
middle
about,
fucking
what about
MVP.
Jeffrey Dean Morgan? Is he not getting money there?
Not
Well,
really.
From Supernatural.
He's still not
and
getting money,
fucking
is he?
Grey's Anatomy. He's on TV money, Ken. They're giving him $500 for hour.
He's lucky. He
Grey's
should be
Anatomy.
happy to be there. He should be working for exposure.
All right, what do we got here? Captain America. No, sorry. Yeah. So the first Captain America was the first Avenger. Does that sound right to you?
That's
Dave?
perfect.
That's 2011, so the
Right.
year after.
Yeah.
So maybe this helped him get that role.
I would happily say, fuck no. I think you'll find he got the role from a movie that I like to call his best work, Cellular.
Yeah, that's
Right.
great. That's probably the furthest.
Cellulite?
Cellular.
Cellular.
Oh, it's a great film. That's probably the furthest I've ever been from the budget.
Yeah.
As in, I was $75 million over.
Shocking.
They didn't spend it on CGI.
No.
Do you reckon it did well? What do you reckon it made? What's the GBO?
Well, it probably did all right off 25
It's
mil.
weird that I feel like I've seen this movie like 3 times, I reckon. I don't think I've seen it at the movies, but it was one of those movies that maybe would have liked a lot back then.
Back then, yeah.
2010, yeah. GBO.
I'll go 42 mil.
No, give me a hunch.
$29 million.
Ooh, boom, boom.
This is one of the
Completely
biggest
overestimated.
flops of all time.
Yeah, wow.
Just in terms of which, just a segue here because I'm a semi-professional podcaster now. On our mini-sode next week I'm preparing a game about the Biggest Losers movies. So movies that have lost the most money.
And this one's
ever.
called The Losers. So
yeah, see, it's a double.
Yeah.
There's layers to this shit.
Oh, that's very good.
Give me a go. Give me a guess on the kill count. How many people got capped?
Oh,
As the kids
no
would
one?
say.
3.
None of them died, though, because there was no blood.
I'll tell you who died.
PG-13. My love for film.
Oh no, all those fucking all those kiddlywinks in the.
They did. Yeah, It's 21. I think it was 21 children. They
21?
said it a few times.
21 children. It's a real promising match.
21 children. So kids in the van.
Kids in the van.
Sorry,
the name of your new album.
Sorry, different movie. Different. And there's the banditos that get shot up at the start. Yeah, fuck it. Give me 60.
60. I'll go. Give me how many kids are in the
21.
21 kids.
Yeah, and the banditos.
I'll go 42.
65.
Bang.
Oh, he's back.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Welcome back,
guys.
Ken.
Yeah, fuck. After that budget miss, I was stressing.
We call them theoretical kills.
Miss the fuck out of you, bro.
We haven't have any confirmed deaths, but we saw they attempted to kill at least 65
No
people.
confirmed deaths.
Critic reviews.
They were shooting fucking BB guns, I think.
Don't even think that. Honestly. Anyway. Don't get me started.
What are those?
yet.
They were shooting gel
Gel
blasters.
blasters, pin bags, Nerf guns. Some critic reviews. The critics loved it. Check this out. Dan Coisis. You right, Duff? You
just bored.
Want another Red Bull? Again.
Sorry, I've got
the most bored ADHD guy I've ever met. Dan Coice from Village Voice.
Coitus. Isn't that what Sheldon calls sex, yeah? In Big Bang Theory? Sorry for bringing up Big Bang, and I hate you hate that, Ken, don't you?
I do, mate.
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
The worst show ever made, but carry on, BJ.
Oh,
sorry.
Well, you like it, BJ?
No, I don't. I'm not into it. Yeah. I think I've seen 3 episodes ever. I felt dumb, so I stopped watching it.
It makes you dumber, yeah.
That explains where I'm at.
Seen the whole lot. Twice.
Wearing my pants outside my jeans.
Dan Caius from Village Voice said, a busy, unsatisfying comic thriller, poorly acted by a grab bag of new faces and franchise movie refugees, set to a hard rock soundtrack.
I like that he said new actors.
Yes.
Makes me proud of them all.
Yeah.
Apart from Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
You're not proud of him? What's he done?
No, he's just been around a while.
Is it the 3 names thing? You don't like a hyphen?
I've always liked Jeffrey. I hope we talk about him on
We
this
will.
pod a bit more.
We're gonna. Rex Reed from The Observer said...
Rex Reed, that's fucking sick.
We've had Rex
Yeah,
before.
good
I think he's going to have something good to say.
It's good alliteration in a name. I love it. Like Sissy Spacek. Staying awake during the ordeal of incompetent, incomprehensible stupidity is not difficult. It's so noisy that you can hear it in the next town. Staying interested is something else entirely. 25. Noisy again. Noisy is one of the biggest criticisms the critics have. Scott Tobias from the fucking AV Club.
Yeah, we've had Scott.
There isn't a whiff of humility or self-deprecation to Clay, Rogue, Clay, Roke, Jensen, Cougar, or Pooch. A collection of... Honestly, I just read those names out loud and I'm fucking embarrassed. It's the worst thing I've ever put in the internet, and my God, have I got a fucking footprint. And Pooch, a collection of Black Ops douchebags and our ostensible heroes, 25. Douchebags. Harsh words. Scott Tobias. I think he thinks a lot of people are douchebags because he works for the AV Club.
Yeah.
I bet
everyone's a douchebag.
He's got a douchebag
except for him.
quota. He has to call 6 people a day douchebag. Mick LaSalle from the San Francisco Chronicle says, The Losers is boring. It's predictable. It's so active and yet so dead. 20.
Wow. That was brutal.
It is. Yeah. They didn't like it, these people.
Yeah.
One more bad one.
Yeah.
Carl Smith, New York Post. This movie is G.I. Joke. The D-Team. Yeah, this guy's on fire.
The D-Team.
Tries to do so little and yet falls so short. A clue comes when a girl asks Clay, how's your steak? And he replies, meaty. Simple enough to achieve in theory, but this would-be treat for cinematic carnivores is a sawdust sandwich.
Jesus Christ.
Carl Smith is feeling himself. And you know what? I've got a Roger Ebert review for this one.
Oh, wow.
Hey.
Roger Ebert, Chicago Sun-Times.
He's not going to like it.
This movie gets the job done.
Oh.
And the actors show a lot of confidence in occupying that tricky middle ground between controlled satire and comic overkill. It's fun. 88.
Hey!
Is that from him himself?
I don't know. It said that
Or
on the
just from
internet.
the website?
That's off Metacritic. For once,
Gave it to him.
what I did a duff trick. You know, you can sort it by negative ones and
Yeah,
copy and
yeah.
paste. I was like, fuck it, I'm going to throw in one good one just to see if anyone liked it.
Yeah.
And top of the list was fucking Roger Ebert. Oh, that ties in nicely.
Oh, I didn't think he'd like it. He
No.
normally likes story and
Couldn't
art
believe it.
and-
Good movies.
Yeah, good movies. Yeah.
So what are your guys' thoughts?
Well, I don't know if you noted that, but I was particularly quiet during those critic reviews because I didn't disagree with any of them. There was one where I was like, that's Rex Reed, I think. I was like, that's my exact opinion of this film. But I'm open to be convinced. If you guys really liked it, I'm here to be told otherwise.
What you got, Duff?
I'm not here to convince you for nothing.
Yeah.
Ben, can you convince me I like this movie? Because I reckon my younger self liked this movie.
Yeah.
I don't think I had seen all of it before.
I have, and I remember really liking it.
Mm-hmm.
Then my rewatch, oh my God, I fell asleep 7 times at the same bit. You know when he shoots a tire?
The start?
Where he shoots a tire.
After the character introduction?
Shoots the tire out in the freeway and the car goes skidding.
Yeah.
I just wake up, rewind it, go back to that bit and fall asleep again. It was fucking...
Righto.
So I need to stop watching these movies on heroin.
So,
No, I think you need
10
to.
cups of heroin.
I think this
So-
is perfect heroin movie.
I'm going to chase that dragon first. I'm going to say that I've got some redeeming factors because I looked really hard for them. But this is of the movies that I've picked from memory of really enjoying. This is my biggest miss.
Yeah.
I knew very early in the piece.
So I said last week when you called it, and I said I don't think I've seen that before, and I got
was
confused
shocked.
between this and the A-Team.
Yeah.
Because this movie seems like it's something I'd watch,
Yeah,
and then I realised I've turned this off.
yeah.
I realised I've watched. I must have watched up until they storm the village, and then when there's just zero fucking violence, zero stakes, like just nothing, and then
Well, the stakes are meaty.
Well, yeah. And I've obviously just gone, well, this is just dog shit. and the tone I just fucking hated. And if you're going to have that tone, you got to be funny. And it wasn't funny. So I'm ready to rip this fucking movie apart, guys.
I'm not going to disagree with you. Hey,
Okay.
I mean, I am fully serious when I said the first red flag was the PG-13.
Oh, yeah.
I thought for this movie to be any good, it's got to have violence. Smoking Aces is an analogy, like it's in the wheelhouse.
You
for me.
said that last week.
Yeah.
And that's what threw me off.
The way it's made, the way the ensemble cast,
Yes.
sort of thing,
I-
all of
I-
that sort of shit. Even the era of
Yeah.
movie,
Yeah.
Also, the kind of saturation
yes,
of the
all
the
that
film.
shit, the color
Yeah,
palette,
yeah.
The hyper edits,
Yeah.
all of that shit.
I get that.
Even fucking Domino did this better.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
like this is trying to be Tony Scott,
Yeah.
but it's not.
I don't know what movies are playing at when they make a movie like this, but then make it PG. I know we've had this conversation before because it was at the A-Team, I think. That was in the similar vein.
Yeah, it was.
That was actually not a bad movie, but like...
because it had funny moments. That's
Yeah.
right. And the set pieces were much more elaborate. and
That's
better.
right,
They
yeah.
spent a lot more than $25 fucking million on it, though.
Jeez, this was not enjoyable for me.
If you're making this for $25 million, you've got to have a spot on script. You got to have some zingers in there, and there just wasn't. And look at the talent in the fucking cast.
Yeah.
I just think they had nothing to work with.
Nothing.
Like
Nothing.
nothing.
I'm so glad that you guys feel the same because I honestly, on the way here, I was like, fuck, I'm
sorry.
going to be so negative tonight and I'm going to kill this fucking room.
Yeah.
And then when,
Nah.
when I've seen your, I'm like, okay, all right. Well, all three of us haven't fucking ripped the movie apart,
No, I don't have.
so let's have a time.
Yeah. And as I said, I've got some things I like that we will do at some point, but there's not a long list.
Let's rip it apart first.
I reckon we get into the good stuff first.
Okay.
Let me do.
And moving on.
It's your pod.
Hey.
It's your pod.
You know what? I've done this thing again where I made notes and look back and I thought, fuck, I should have been more specific because my first thing that I liked, I just about one of those scenes that just to highlight just how crazy these motherfuckers are. I always like that, like a flashback to show you.
Yeah.
I can't remember what it was though. What was it?
What did they show?
They must have done a flashback when they're doing some character introductions or something to show us just what these guys will do.
No, I think just the start where they kick the laser pointer over.
Yeah.
'Cause they're going to go
yeah.
save the kids.
Yes.
Is that maybe
Yeah,
how
yeah.
crazy they are?
Yeah, they're just so loose.
That kind of ticked me off. I wish there was a mission beforehand to prove these guys are fucking elite.
Just
Because there's
something.
no reason to say these guys are elite.
No.
They're just there with binoculars.
No.
Maybe they're not elite. Maybe
they
they're
just-
actually quite shit.
They look like fucking caricatures. as
Yeah.
well, like
Oh,
they don't-
man.
Yeah.
Chris Evans probably wants to scrub this one off the internet.
Jesus Christ, man. So I actually had a note about the cast because you said, it's a fucking great cast.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, it is.
Yeah.
But they make Chris Evans annoying, and he's like an action star, but also like very funny. But they just make him annoying.
Yeah.
Then they get Idris Elba and they make him the fucking turncoat. And he's going to betray them all,
What?
even though he's the most likable hero that's just
Fucking
ever been in cinema.
the most charming motherfucker on there.
The only one they used well was Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
Yeah.
Because he's just cool as
But he
ice.
played
Alpha
Jeffrey
male.
Dean Morgan.
He plays Jeffrey Dean Morgan and everything. That's fine. That's
I'm
what
okay with that.
If you sign on Jeffrey Dean Morgan, that's what you're getting.
I'll have some, thanks.
I just don't get why they used him so poorly.
Because
I know Chris Evans was nothing at the time, but
he was a little bit of something. Like
Something,
Cellular
right?
was before
Before
2010.
this?
Like fucking,
That's twice his fucking...
Cellular's a good movie.
Yeah, fucking
it's
right
fucking
for Cellular.
Jason Statham's first movie ever.
You guys keep chatting. I'm going to bring up Chris Evans. We'll see what he did.
Yeah.
Like he's in a lot of rom-coms and shit like that. But Idris Elba's coming off The Wire. So do they naturally go bad guy? No, fucking hell.
They got that wrong.
He's in The Wire, but he's charming as fuck in The Wire too.
Just there was no depth to the script, I think, unfortunately.
Okay, you know what was before this with Chris Evans? Push.
Yeah,
And he's good in that.
Yeah.
He's very charismatic in that. It's not like the best film out, but
Is that 2010 as well?
that was 2009, so that was a year before.
Because I always wonder when we've learned as well doing this, the release is not necessarily
Like when
it's
was
filmed.
this made?
He was Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
He was the fucking which one in that?
Playing the same character though.
Yeah, that
Sunshine?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty gritty in that.
Fucking
oh,
really-
actually, no, wasn't he?
Not that.
He is a bit of an arsehole.
Wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was
but-
sort of smug with that,
But
wasn't he? You guys ever seen London?
have I seen London?
Yeah.
No.
Oh. I mean, I've been there. Is that what you mean?
It's good. It's got Dane Cook in it. It's like a girl. They find a girl's body or something. Wasn't bad.
Oh, no, I haven't done a lot of Dane
But yeah,
Cook.
Cellular was 2004.
Yeah,
Wow, yeah,
and he,
right.
and he had the perfect score before that, and then the movie that actually made him famous. Anyone remember it? He played an arsehole. Not Another Teen movie. That's where
no, I've never seen it.
He hit that out of the fucking park. He played the douche guy, like college football guy, in one of those spoof movies, and he just crushed it.
But it was definitely Fantastic Four that
career.
made him.
Yeah. I would say,
Well, I'd say he got that
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
kind of like Brad Cooper in Wedding Crashers.
Yeah.
Got his start from playing
So who the
douchey
fuck's that
arsehole.
guy?
Yeah. Very similar careers.
it's
actually.
just a shame the way they fucking used him. And the trope of his character, like
There was one good bit which I had a smile on my face, and that's when he's singing that song and going into the elevator.
yeah.
But just getting it while he's in the elevator, dog shit.
Well-
But getting into the elevator, not the bits where the
Yeah.
ladies opening up and he's naked. and
Ash
stuff like
took my wife took great offence to that elevator scene because she said there's nothing attractive about a flaccid cock. It's just this gross dangling bit of meat.
that. How do you know? It's,
Hey, I beg to differ. I'm a fan of flaccid cock, all right?
how does she know it was flaccid?
Well,
He was listening to a good song.
We're assuming it was flaccid. Otherwise, he wouldn't have been able to pull his pants down so quickly. He would have got caught.
What about slightly engorged? What about like semi?
Oh,
Like
that's
a good-
nice.
Yeah. Like a bumpy bust.
Yeah, that's nice. Everyone loves that.
it's a happy middle ground. I think, no matter your sexual persuasion, you can get behind that.
But the way those females look at it,
ooh.
now, look at that
They're like-
flaccid cock. Look at that dangling bit of meat.
It was very meaty.
It's not a real thing.
It wasn't what I'd considered.
It's not an attractive body part.
I mean, I've never found it that particularly attractive, but it's not my jurisdiction.
I think the penis is quite handsome, but the balls are unattractive.
That's fair to say. Yeah.
That scene, whilst not too badly executed, and like the finger gun thing, whatever, but like,
Oh shit!
just the
Forgot
courier,
about that, like that.
just the fucking the trope of the courier being able to enter the secure facility just because he's overly confident.
Yeah.
I've seen that a fucking million times.
Well,
as well.
you can do it in real life.
Can you?
Oh yeah.
All right, we're going to have a challenge.
Yeah,
then.
you can do it in real life.
All right, which building are we going to get Kenny to infiltrate?
I did
Prison.
ASIO.
I've done. I did the Colosseum in Rome after it was closed.
Right, and the MCG.
Yeah, I've done the MCG as well. Yeah.
Quite the cat burglar, really.
So that was good. But no, you can get away with anything if you're confident and you try and look like you fit in there.
And
I
you're
should
white.
be here.
Being white.
Oh, and being like
being a middle-aged white man.
Being like
Get out of jail free card, literally.
yeah. It's worked many times before.
That's really.
Yeah, go on.
First big red flag to me. First thing I noticed was the DC Comics thing because I hadn't done any research prior to watching it, and I was like, I had no idea this was based on comics, and that gave me some hope initially. But then I remembered it was DC.
I remember it being a comic book, but it's like, yeah,
They're just buying up all the comic book IP about this time. Like,
Like,
I thought
was
this-
Watchmen big before this?
Is this a comic book movie? Is
Yeah,
it?
it's a comic book.
Yeah.
movie.
Like tightly based or loosely based?
I mean, the illustrator and the writer are two of the 3 credited writers with Peter Berg.
Yeah.
Jock and Andy Diggle.
How old's the comic book?
I couldn't tell you.
No, I
You
didn't
don't know
wanna
much
look
about
at-
it.
the comics
no,
are-
no.
I
Not at
assume
all.
it's not Marvel then, because
no.
must be DC or
I'm
something.
an adult. I don't know fuck all about comics.
Is it
Amen, brother.
And is it a comic or is it a graphic novel?
Oh,
Like, what is
give
it?
me a fucking break, man.
What is it?
Has it got drawings in it or words?
That's what virgins, how they defend themselves.
Yeah.
It's a graphic novel. Yeah, cool, man.
Graphic novel's got more blood in it.
Does it?
Yeah.
Because
It's got more words in
Oh,
it.
it's all coming from
graphic.
me.
They mean graphic violence. I thought they meant graphics, like pictures. Silly me. Fucking silly me. But the first really big red flag was the fucking really bad fake tattoos.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God, did they airbrush those on that
Hated
morning?
it.
I was
Hated
like, give me a fucking break.
One of the first things I noticed as well.
Yeah, and it was honestly, it looked like they got them from the Royal Show.
Yeah. they were real
It
bad.
was, and Chris
One
Evans
of them
head.
had I think it was Pooch, had the like a sort of colourful scorpion type thing on the back of his shoulder here. It was bad, man.
I don't know what it was.
Since when do black dudes get colourful tattoos? I don't think it works, does it? No, but have you ever seen a black dude with a coloured tattoo?
I'm
don't
sure
think
there's
it's a
many.
thing.
Yeah,
No, I don't think it's a thing.
They're just humans with different skin color. Ken.
No, but like it doesn't have. If you think of like a coloured sleeve, stop.
Yeah, there's plenty of NBA basketball
With colourful tattoos.
Yeah,
Quite a few.
No, yeah.
Ah.
You're thinking butterflies.
WNBA.
Yeah, right.
I
I don't think it worked.
don't think it's for us to decide. I tell you what didn't work was the new metal fucking hairdos they all had.
Oh, fuck me. 2010, we were past that.
I know.
I can't even remember the haircuts.
I was waiting for Chris
2010,
Evans
I
to tell us he
think
did it all for the Nookie.
2010, we were back into like a almost an indie rock, garage rock type thing, weren't we?
Ah, yeah.
Like just a rock and roll. We were past new metal.
we're just into the Killers and stuff.
Yeah, the Killers, like Jet, like that sort of shit. Yeah, no, but that was it.
Was that
wasn't
2010? I don't know. I was trying to
think so.
erase that from my memory.
Yeah, I think so. Anyway.
That was, and then the character cards were the next big thing. I thought, okay, it was just like action movie trope after action.
Well,
movie trope.
they were ramming the comic book thing down our throats at the start, like a Marvel film does. But Marvel film makes sense because it's literally a fucking popular comic book.
Yeah.
But if no one's ever read The Losers and no one knows it's a comic book, we don't need the comic book theme.
Yeah.
That's not necessary.
Probably better character introductions than that would work. Yeah.
Was that like they're trying to go for this like stylish thing? We're going to set a style tone here, a tone of style, a style.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think, they've gone the comic book route.
and it sucked.
It's not good.
Like it sucked. Those character introductions were awful.
It was bad.
Yeah.
It was bad. And they may as well have done like a little thing where it's like, Pooch, the wacky one or whatever. Comic relief. And I was like, this is like, it was just so bad. I just thought, what are they fucking doing here? And then just to make it worse, they jumped in a car and the soundtrack was fucking Black Betty by Spiderbait, which is one of my most hated songs of all time.
You know, as soon as that played, that Black Betty song played during the the kind of start of an action scene or whatever, it just reminded me of Thunderstruck in fucking Battleship.
Yeah.
There's more than those songs out there.
God, Spiderbait are fat and rich off the royalties. This is in a million movies, eh?
It's just how bland are you of a music? What do they call them when they choose the soundtrack?
Composer?
Yeah. Music advisor of some description.
Yeah, something like that. How bland are you?
Yeah.
That Black Betty's the song you come up with.
Black Betty.
Or Thunderstruck by
Yeah.
AC/DC. Like there's a billion songs available, and that's what you know.
But if it
and
works, Ken, it's
and you're
glorious.
in charge of the music.
Other than the song that Chris Evans was singing in the elevator.
I don't even know what that was. I can't remember.
And I know the song, but I can't think of the name of it right now. There was only a couple of what I would call quote unquote real songs. The rest of the stuff felt like just generic. Yeah, it was just like real. It was like they got a score written and they like just said to some guy like wail a little bit on the guitar here.
Yeah.
A couple of power chords over here, and I just thought, this is like the most generic possible application of music to this particular scene as well.
I didn't even
Every
notice
time.
the hard rock soundtrack.
It's just
that you-
all hard rock all the
I
way
didn't
through.
notice
Was it?
the
I didn't
soundtrack,
notice it,
the haircuts.
Oh, I noticed
The
fucking
intro?
haircuts. I didn't notice the hard rock.
all
soundtrack.
of it. And then straight away we were into that hyperactive editing and cut style that it felt so skittish and fucking, oh man, it felt so jacked up.
It was a mare.
I want to talk about the plot. So I
actually don't know what the plot
The
was.
kids
so
get
you guys
shot.
Go for it.
Yeah.
So they pretend they were in the chopper too,
Yeah.
So then their goal after that is to live in Bolivia. Two of them go to
Make money working in the kitchen or some shit.
Two of them go to a cockfighting.
Well, Jeffrey Dean Morgan goes in his suit
Yeah.
to cockfighting in Bolivia.
So he's only got one set of clothes.
And
He's
then
just got the
Chris
suit.
Evans and the other guy are literally working in a fucking slave shop making dolls. It's
That's
so
right, dolls,
fucking
is it?
bizarre.
Yeah.
I don't even remember that scene.
They
And
go
Pooch-
sweatshop job.
Pooch has got a new child at home. He's not even trying to get home.
That fucking scene at the end. Anyway, we get there. Yeah, that didn't make any sense.
Like, why are they living there? Like, you guys
know.
are fucking special forces. You should be able to go to fucking point A, point B, undetected. Point A at this stage is Bolivia. Point B being America. Get in a shipping container, motherfucker. How hard is it?
Well, you just walk across the border, I'm pretty
Or
sure.
just
No,
walk-
there's a wall now.
Oh,
yeah,
right.
Trump took care of that.
God damn it.
It's just so fucking weird to me that, like, oh, fuck, we're stuck here.
Yeah, nah, fuck.
Oh, now we live in Bolivia.
Yeah, and we'll be here for ages, and we're going to have to raise enough money to somehow get. Even how's this? Send one of you motherfuckers home, and then he can wire some money back again.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, guys, I got to think of everything.
It's
Well,
just
they,
fucking
they're,
bizarre.
they're CIA, right?
Yeah,
So
were,
they would
yeah.
have,
They're like a
I
black
feel like
ops.
they would have access to
Special-
safe houses
Yeah,
and money.
all that
Yeah,
shit.
no, but they've been sort of.
But the CIA
excommunicated
Oh, yeah,
from
but
the
they
CIA.
still-
The CIA set them up, and they're bad guys. So they're on the run for the US government.
I get
but
that.
You go
No, wait,
back
was,
anyway.
was Max the bad guy? Is he
CIA.
CIA.
Yeah.
But is he operating outside the boundaries of
I
CIA?
couldn't tell you. It never
Yes.
fucking told
Well,
me.
then he's not really CIA.
Nah, that was blurry as well.
He's CIA, but he's hiring fucking Holt.
He's throwing
Yeah, that's the
fucking
most
dudes
CIA
off-
And
thing
he's,
about it.
yeah.
Yeah, and he's trying to get his hands on snooks.
Oh, fuck.
Come on.
Don't you know one of the scenes in this movie I fucking loved, and I feel like if I was a rich asshole with a gun, I'd do the same thing. When that lady is carrying an umbrella and she slips and the wind picks up and the slightest bit of sun
says
goes on
sorry
his
as
chain,
well.
He passes the gun and just shoots it
Fuck,
away.
man. Can I say,
Perfection.
I think that was the only moment of the movie. I didn't laugh, but I smirked.
you smiled.
I smirked.
Yeah, there was a smile.
smirked.
I felt the corner of my mouth rise slightly.
I was like fucking Denzel with Dakota Fanning at the table in Man on Fire. And I just smirked.
There was
And then Ash turned to me, she goes, "You smirked."
Creasy.
there was a few things where Jason Patrick actually made me smirk.
Yeah.
Really?
I
I thought he was awful, man.
And there was a few things that made me just fucking cringe. One was get me 18 hitman, whatever.
Yeah.
And then he goes, "What do you want me to do?" And then he says it again. And I go, "Don't fucking say it again."
did
And
like
then he
4 or
said
5
it again.
times.
Yeah.
And I was like, "For fuck's sake!"
Wasn't funny.
But
Who
the
was
one
there
thing
telling
I
him that
did,
was funny.
I did like where he goes, "You kill the hit squad. We don't need him." And he goes, "One of them is my
He
brother-in-law."
goes, "Why are you being so whiny? You're related to one of them." Well, yes, actually, I am.
And then he goes, "Oh, I'll kill him."
He goes, "I said I'd do it." That was okay. Because Holt was the MVP.
MVP, yes, Holt, one of my fucking top 5 underrated actors.
It's good.
Yeah, he's
Love him.
great. He's the guy from the Iron Claw, the dad from the Iron Claw.
Iron
He's
Claw
also-
and
he's a-
Mindhunters.
Mindhunter, yeah.
Mindhunters, yeah.
Yeah, no, he's again. There was just
He was the
people
only
slaying him.
real fucking character in this whole fucking movie.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
Like a real person. He could have
and
existed
he was
in real life.
he wasn't outstanding. He was just fucking real and made sense.
He wasn't a
and it
character,
made
sure.
everyone around him like a character.
Yeah, I completely agree. Actually, I hadn't thought of it.
Dare they make Idris Elba a fucking character with a fucking scar on his eye?
How dare they do that to that face?
Can we talk about the snook for a minute?
Go on.
In what I am calling the worst and dumbest thing I've ever seen in a movie, when they test the snook on the island, and it goes
Implodes.
like this tornado thing, and like kind of
Implodes and stuff.
implodes in itself, and then just disappears under the water. Like it was just an island, and that's the weapon.
Why don't they
that they're
call
going
it an atomizer or some shit like that? Just anything else.
for. But I just don't understand. I was like, what the fuck is this weapon? What's the point of it?
So you're gonna
Like, what does this do
you
that a
can
bomb
destroy
doesn't do?
you can destroy cities. Can you
Pretty
pull
sure
down
if
a
Hamas
building?
had one,
Yeah.
should be on.
Yeah, but just bomb them.
Oh, they are. They are.
Yeah.
Well, I think a snooky's easy to get past the border.
You just in a shipping container. Yeah, it was so. Also, I was just like, what a waste of a pretty cool looking island. I was like, they were filming Survivor there, you motherfucker. But yeah, no, I didn't. And he goes, it's environmentally friendly or
The
something.
no pollution.
No pollution.
Fucking, you just destroyed an island. You dumb fuck.
But isn't it got nuclear power? Isn't that why it's called a
yeah.
snook? I'm pretty sure there's radiation.
Environmentally, I don't think the Sea Shepherd was stoked.
I'm thinking more on the positive notes. Another fun thing I liked, it involved Holt and Jason Patrick again, is where he gives him the nod, and he thought the nod was to throw the fat guy off the building.
That was good. He gave me the nod. Yeah.
That was
okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll allow that.
That wasn't the throwing him off the building nod.
I had one bit. I literally had one note where I was like, I liked this bit, and it was like an 8-second shot of the school bus going down the hill at the start with the explosion behind it, and I was like, oh, that's practical. That's got like a stuntman in that school bus. You could tell it was real with the fire behind it. I was like, okay, that's something, I guess. At least they're doing real stunts.
They did. Maybe they did one then because some of that fire, the rest of the CGI fire
didn't look good.
Oh, it was
man.
so janky.
Yeah, I felt like that bit looked real. Maybe it wasn't.
It felt like a 1978 special effect.
That was literally the only thing I liked. I had here.
I'm not even sure. We just talked you out of it.
I was like, I think you did. I think you did.
Hated it.
Used to like it.
That school bus scene bothered me, I thought. It just bothered me.
Well, it bothered me that they went flying down a hill.
I think I was bothered because the people that got shot beforehand didn't have any blood.
Well, I don't know if you've ever been in a bus before. There's no seatbelts or anything.
Yeah.
If you go flying down a hill at, let's say, 60 to 70 k's
Yeah,
an
there's
hour,
90 Bolivian kids coming out that window.
And then they just stop dead still, and they barely even move in the bus. It's like, oh, that was a rocky ride.
What was that jiggling?
Yeah.
Guess what, motherfucker? That's quicksand.
Yeah.
And there was 60 Bolivian kids went into that bus. 20 came out. And Pooch.
And then they got blown up.
And Pooch came out too.
It was fucking hard to kill that Pooch motherfucker.
It's so obvious that helicopter's going to explode. If I was one of those kids, I'd be like, nah.
They're wiping away a tear wave. Those goddamn kids restored my faith in humanity. Wait a minute.
And also, another thing, like, Idris Elba, like, turns on him, yeah?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know.
Like, why? He was so, if anything, he was more invested than anyone. He's very emotional.
I don't know what.
And then all of a sudden, they change his whole character.
I don't know what was in it for him.
Nah.
Like his best friend. If you go to a cockfighting with a friend,
Yeah.
you are bonded for life.
Yeah, bonded for life.
You have seen the cocks fighting.
Well, that
and
was
they
us
were
in Puerto
very,
Rico,
they were very good friends.
They were.
And then he just turns on him, and they're the mortal enemies.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck off, man.
And he never
Sick
turns
of it.
back. I was like, oh, maybe he'll turn back, but he just wouldn't.
You're waiting for that fucking moment.
The triple cross.
The hero moment.
Yeah,
Double cross.
The hero moment where he realises he's being a bit of a dick.
Yeah, he goes,
Instead,
I
he
made
gets a
huge
pilot
mistake.
killed.
Never
Jason
came.
Patrick's got a weird hand. I don't know what I'm doing. I made a big fucking mistake. Do you know one thing that fucking I find really icky in movies, and it made me say icky, when they're trying to express sexual chemistry or sexual tension with a fist fight?
Yeah.
What the fuck is that about?
Especially when he like actually punches her in the face.
Yeah.
I was like,
Jesus. That's the most violence there was in the film, is when they're punching on, and it's meant to express, and they're trying to have like a sexy fight.
With the fire coming up
There's
behind him.
nothing sexy about it.
I don't find it sexy
No, he
at
was
all.
choking her.
Yeah.
No, I know exactly what you mean.
It was just awful.
I was put off by it. If it was, sometimes they do that in like spy movies or
Yes.
whatever.
Yeah.
Like a Bond film. And but
it's a Bond trope,
but
for sure.
they kind of wrestle a little bit.
Yeah.
There's no actual fucking punches to the throat.
It's just
and like smashing bottles on their fucking heads.
Yeah.
they were using
Yeah.
weapons.
I think he titty punched her at one point. I think he did. I think he went like full fucking.
Just right in the nip.
Yeah.
When I'm getting...
Zoe Saldana was actually really physical in that. She was good. She's
Yeah.
great in action films.
Oh, she's fucking incredible.
Colombiana.
That's
One of my
exactly what I
favourites,
think of.
Just
immediately.
fucking wasted in this. And then afterwards, not a mark on him.
Not a mark.
They just walk away.
He actually walks away in his suit again.
Yeah.
And his suit's just undone.
Just
Why is he wearing a fucking suit
perfectly
the whole
pressed.
movie?
Hey, man, it's better to be overdressed than underdressed, is my philosophy.
I reckon that's in Jeffrey Dean Morgan's contract.
I have to
I'm
wear a
wearing
suit.
a fucking suit, and I'm not wearing a tie, and it's going to be unbuttoned, and I'm fucking sexy.
Oh, and I will not be,
Fucking sexy!
I will not be clean shaven under any circumstances.
He's a sexy man.
Oh, he's all right.
Sexy man, yeah.
Yeah, I bet you his flaccid dick's pretty.
It's got a beard and a jacket.
It'd be a little leather jacket on it with its collar up. Fucking cigarette tucked in between his balls.
Fuck. We have talked way too much about genitals.
I would
That's
say
what the
not
people
enough.
come here for. Save it for our genital podcast. Genital chat with the boys.
Which is exactly like this one, but it's called genitals.
Yeah, less movies, more genitals.
That whole romantic subplot sucked.
Unnecessary.
And then she just walks into his room and they fuck. Well, did they or did they not?
Oh, no, they fucked.
Did they?
If you go into a room with Jeffrey Dean, you're fucking.
And a bottle of whiskey.
Yeah, you're fucking.
It's all over for everyone. All over everyone.
JDM, he's doing it. He's doing work.
If a Colombian walked into my room with a Jack Daniels, I'm not thinking sex. I'm thinking I'm getting robbed.
Wow, that is very racist.
I know some Colombians and they're very nice, smart people.
Beautiful people.
Yeah, they are. Great cocaine too.
La cocaína. I wrote here, I was precisely 1 hour and 5 minutes in when I realised I don't even know what they're doing and I don't care. I think I must have checked the time when I was just like, I've lost. I fucking don't care.
Whatever. I could rewind and catch up.
I don't care.
I had to rewind the movie 7 times when I fell asleep over and over again.
You know what the fucking craziest thing is here? Is when I had such a negative experience and a negative review of this movie, I was like, I've watched this in a bad mood.
Yeah.
I'm an asshole. This should be something I'd be okay with. I might not love it, but I'd be okay with it. So I'm going to watch a couple of reviews on YouTube just to see, like, am I fucking... Man, they're all positive. Like, these are review, like, movie review...
Roger Ebert gave it 88.
Yeah, these are YouTubers.
He was out of his mind. He was on the way out.
I watched 3.
He wasn't well, Rog.
I watched fucking 3 of them, and they had, like, 250,000 views. You know, so they're big channels.
Yeah.
Well, big enough, considering there's a billion fucking movie channels.
Yeah.
And they're like, it's a great movie. I had so much fun. This is awesome.
I thought that the first time I watched it in 2010 as well, though.
I thought that as well.
I owned this on DVD.
Maybe.
I remember the DVD cover. It's like a circle of them all looking down, yeah?
I want to formally apologise to Trent, who I gave my DVD collection to, because this is amongst it. And he didn't deserve that.
You know what this is? You know what this is? This is one of these new modern fucking YouTube movies with Mark Wahlberg in it. That's kind of not YouTube, sorry, Netflix.
Yeah.
You know the ones they just like slip in on a Friday night. And you didn't even know it was coming out. It's got fucking Mark Wahlberg and Kevin Hart. We're talking about this last week or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like, this is kind of what these are.
Yeah.
They're just really dumb. They're like lowest common
$25
denominator
million.
shit. Like, if you're a fucking moron and you're really easily amused by shit, then maybe this could be for you.
Ticking all my boxes, but I didn't enjoy
Doesn't
it.
make any sense, does it?
You might walk away from this going, well, that was pretty fucking cool. There was like an explosion and Chris Evans was so cool.
I did the first time, I swear to God.
I fucking remember Chris Evans being the fucking bomb.
Yeah. And I've grown as a person since then, apparently.
So maybe this is okay.
Or gotten worse.
Is this so? Not that we were teenagers in 2010. We're still like 41.
Yeah, no, it's 50.
But like maybe I would have been mid-20s. I don't remember liking it back then, but maybe teenagers like this.
Yeah, I actually have written down, is this gateway action? It was one of my questions.
Yeah.
So it's
is a 13-year-old like this?
This is...
I think a 25-year-old likes this.
We're
Because
getting
I fucking really liked it.
Not now.
When I watched it,
Not
I
now.
really liked it.
This is...
Yeah, but you're a dumbass.
Yeah. It's fucking... It chose its fucking audience well.
Nah, look, this is 100% gateway action. This is to action movies what Metallica are to metal. Like, this
whoa.
It's gateway shit.
Metallica, man.
Yeah, I don't understand
They serve the purpose, but it's a gateway thing.
Ow.
After a while, you're like, yeah.
Anyway,
it's
jabs
like a little bit of
metal band of all time.
I don't hate them. It's a little bit. It's a little bit of violence, but nothing. Graphic.
I know what you mean.
It's a little bit of sex, but nothing graphic. It's a little bit of profanity, but nothing too much. It's like it's fucking PG-13. I think they probably knew they could say 6 shits and a fuck, and they probably used them all here and there.
Yeah. I think you're exactly right.
And
BJ.
it's just
this is to step you into the world. Yeah,
this is the fluffer of action films.
This is to get you excited for the sequel that's coming immediately, I assume.
Well,
because I fucking have some ending bothersome bits. First, I want to talk about the bit where they're all running across those containers. Have you ever been near a container?
Yes,
pretty
multiple
fucking
times.
loud. If you're running across a container, everyone on that shipping yard hears you.
Yeah.
Next.
Sorry, just stop. The shipping containers. Did the A-Team not end in shipping containers
Yeah,
as well?
a million movies have.
Oh, okay.
All
so
of them
it's
do.
but it's just that the A-Team is this exact film.
It
but
is,
better.
yeah.
Or this is the A-Team. Or was this before the A-Team?
No, A-Team's after this.
Okay,
Yeah.
so this is the first
They
one.
spent 4 times as much on the A-Team.
Yeah. But both of them that are basically the same movie,
They
and
are.
then both end with shipping
Wheelhouse,
containers.
yeah.
Like,
What
are we doing? Shipping containers is a thing, though, isn't it? A shipping yard.
It's
Because the drugs are coming in and on the...
Yeah, that's everything happens at the port.
Yeah.
And nothing as well, ironically.
Yeah, the ending, like, fucking, why does that motherfucker get to live?
I don't
Because
even
there's
know
meant
who
to be sequels.
I don't know who you're talking about.
It's meant to be
The main bad guy who fucking just.
Oh, he lives?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I tuned the fuck out. I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, no, it was the end of his
I was
career.
on my phone,
It was the end of his career. No, this was meant to set up multiple sequels.
Oh, man.
I was
did
busy
so badly.
unsubscribing from spam emails at that point. Something I do when I'm bored.
I was cleaning out my iCloud. Yeah, no, it was meant to be. That was the whole point. Was they thought they had in mind that this was going to kick off a whole bunch of sequels.
Really?
It did. This isn't my fun facts, but I'll drop it on you now. I've only got 2 fun facts. This is 50% of them. They were going to do. They planned to do a sequel. It did obviously only just cleared, breaking even, and then when there was an appetite for it later on, in like 2018. Well, I don't know. The people involved.
Well, you put Idris Elba, Chris Evans, and Jeffery Dean Morgan in a movie right now.
They were way above it. They were like, not interested anymore. Yeah. We now have careers. Thanks very much. Yeah. So they missed the boat. They needed to do it, like, bite the fucking bullet and do it initially.
Okay. Well, the only reason they considered it later on is because those guys became stars.
Yeah, they went, thanks, but no thanks.
Because they could have just made another dog shit movie. Yeah, but it would have made money.
Yeah. And most of them would have been like, "Oh, that movie you paid me $500,000 for that I'd rather."
That almost ruined my fucking career. Probably.
Yeah, I'm good
for some of them.
I'm good. Thankfully,
well, for fucking
Pooch.
Is it Pooch? The sniper
Christopher
guy?
Columbus.
Yeah, what happened to him?
I'll go to some cast and crew stuff on him in a bit.
All right. Well, yeah, I don't have anything else to say. About
I've got a couple more shit things I want to.
Christopher Columbus is one of my favorite actors. I know he's in a good movie I love, and it might be this.
I want to also just say a couple of other things I hated. There's a scene where they all meet up with Zoe Saldana at the cemetery.
Yes.
And he shoots it deliberately into the sun. So,
Shoots
the film, the director's decided as a conscious thing to try and make it some funky.
I noticed that,
and it was so over. I was like, "What the fuck?" It was like a mistake.
Yeah,
I was like, "You should have cut and said, hang on, the sun's ruining the shot completely."
There was something else that bothered me with that scene. I don't know if you've ever been in the theater.
Oh, yeah.
But they there's particular ways you got to like face the audience and then like walk back and you stand on your mark when you've done doing your lines or whatever. And
child prodigy over here.
Yeah, I did a bit when I was younger. Zoe Saldana comes in and she does a theater thing. So she walks in between them all, and so she's facing the camera as she's delivering lines. And then when she's finished her line, she turns around and goes back and stands behind them all. So she's back of the set. So it's what they do in theatre.
Yeah.
Like you deliver your lines and you move to the back. Like
it all felt set up.
It was horrible, man.
There's nothing organic about
nothing
that scene.
Organic,
not the way
natural.
The actors acted, the way it was shot. The whole thing, I was just like, it was actually irritating the fuck out of me.
Absolute shit show.
The scene, there was a scene where
my score's getting lower. I came in ready to have my mind changed. Fucking 10.
There's a scene where they do slow-mo walking across the tarmac, and it just didn't fucking work. Oh my god! Yep. And I was thinking, this is where this is meant to be satire. I was like,
is it?
I'm 100% certain that at least the next 10 minutes, I was like, this is a satire, isn't it? And I watched it like that for 10 minutes, and then the tone switched again. But for the next 10 minutes, it felt like a bit of a fucking... I was like, have I been watching this wrong? Because this is clearly taking the piss.
You're just making me think. Maybe, is it meant to be a satire?
I think there was parts of it. This is why it feels so uneven in the way it was written as well. Is I think there's parts of it that were, I'm going to say the Peter Berg bits, just because based on nothing but a vibe.
Berg,
and there was bits of it I thought, oh, that's overtly satire. Like you can't tell me that these actors aren't doing this shot of them walking in slow motion, looking fucking hard as hell across a tarmac, knowing it's in slow mo, without realising it's cheesy as all fuck, you know what I mean?
It's funny you say that, because when I looked it up on IMDb, it actually said, it said dark comedy.
Yeah.
What does it say? The first, you know how IMDb, dark comedy, urban adventure, action. So dark comedy is the first thing it says.
Is it urban, adventure or urban adventure?
How the fuck is this a dark
Certainly
comedy?
not dark comedy. It's the lightest movie I've ever watched.
It's
It's so fucking light. It's almost like the sun.
The only dark comedy was the fat guy getting thrown off the building.
Yeah, perfect.
This is another. This is just where they show how bad the script is. At one stage, there's a nerd, and he gets to the computer and says some shit about downloading the algorithm from the mainframe, and other. It's like, use some computery words.
He actually says mainframe?
He says downloading the algorithm from the mainframe, and I thought we know enough in 2024 to know that that's word salad. That's like
that's
nothing.
And I hated the fucking final climax with the plane and the motorbike and how the fucking motorbikes flew inexplicably perfectly through the windscreen of the plane and exploded the plane, and the dude flew through the jet engine.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
What the fuck was even happening?
How does that? It doesn't make sense how one guy goes that way and the bike goes.
I was just like,
Did
okay.
he deliberately jump? Well, if I'm going to die, I'm going straight into that engine.
I was about ready to throw myself in a jet engine at that point.
When that happened, right, I wasn't amazed at the scene. I was going, "Oh, that fucking poor pilot." I was like, "Do you reckon he's part of the drug trade, or he's just fucking doing his job?"
Yeah, it was terrible. And then, just when I thought it couldn't get any worse, there was the post or the mid-credit scene of the baby birth with the whole the one last mission, Captain.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck off, you light. That's why I'm saying this movie's light as fuck. It's like so light. What the fuck? It's so fucking lame. It's the lamest shit
really
I've seen
bad.
for an end credit fucking thing.
There's nothing to it.
Also, he jumps in the window and she's getting an ultrasound. She's heavily pregnant. First of all, she's like, "Oh, hey, dead husband, whatever."
Yep.
Like, she's pretty cool. I hope she must.
Yeah, she's just like smiling.
A lot of morphine, I guess. But and then they're walking away 2 minutes later, and he calls and he goes, "It's a boy." And I was like, "What? Did he just fucking shoot out?" How's the baby born? Like, what, she hold her nose and blow, and the fucking thing shot out across the room? Like, that's a miracle baby. I was like, that's that. I know it's not great on the attention to detail.
Yeah,
but that sort of shit is ridiculous.
No, it wasn't. There was another scene kind of similar to that at the start with the helicopter getting shot out of the sky, but they're running towards it
to save the kids.
It's already been shot,
yes.
and it's in pieces falling from the sky,
No.
and they're like sprinting towards the explosion.
Yeah.
It's like, no, what are
Ken, they're not good.
No, but they're all dead.
They're not called the winners.
Yeah.
But how do you know they're dead? Because if a teddy bear can survive an explosion, which
true.
it did,
True.
I'm sure one Bolivian kid jumped.
Also, how's your
mess.
attention to detail in terms of like discovering whether the CIA operatives are dead or not? They're not like, hey, there's 21 sets of tiny teeth. I'm pretty sure it was the CIA.
Yeah.
Sure.
Like, yeah.
I hated the bit where Pooch is talking about how he just needs to go home. Could have needed that speech in Bolivia. You could have done it immediately.
Get on the train.
You're just being
get on a fucking train.
Just how hard is it, friend?
God damn it. Put a hat on. Put a
Literally.
fucking hat and a pair of sunglasses on.
I just wanna-
Get on a train.
I just want to go home to my kids. You could have
Wouldn't have been that
a
hard.
while ago. Like,
Don't worry, it's going to be the easiest birth of all time. She's really got nothing to worry
There's
about.
like
what about
there's-
your kids in Bolivia? You probably
There's literally
fucking had a lot of prozzies over there.
There's literally
I'll tell you that much, you
fucking
dirty Pooch.
millions of illegal immigrants in America.
Yeah.
You'd just be another one of them.
Yeah.
Like it's just
It's not hard. Like, fucking.
If you're in the CIA, it's not like you don't have any skills at all.
That's why I think they're the losers, not because that's their code. No, I just think they're really shit at being special forces.
Yeah.
Like, fucking, why do they mark that place before they see the kids? Like, fucking,
That's why the
why don't
CIA
they do any research at all? What are they just standing there playing cards, waiting for fucking the kids to show
it's a
up?
bad movie.
Shaving with big knives. It was, not good.
And also, if you're going to have Idris Elba turn on the whole team, and he's going to have a fucking alpha fight with Jeffrey Dean Morgan, can we make it good?
Oh, man, it was so lame.
Can we he won that fight by kicking him down some stairs. The same way I fucking win fights against my wife. So he literally kicked him off stairs,
Calm
and
down,
Jeffrey,
Chris Brown.
oh, he's winded. I win this fight by fuck off.
That was all over.
Hated
Some
it.
stairs.
Technical knockout.
Oh, so fuck.
I can't go on.
Just shit. Just
I completely
I've gotten
concur.
worked up in the last 3 to 4 minutes.
All right, well, let's go real quick through some. I've got one quote-unquote fun fact left. Two, I guess. Production designer Aaron Osborne, no relation, and cinematographer Scott Cavan attempted to enhance the colour schemes of the comics where only 2 or 3 colours were used to convey the tone of each setting. So they charted the whole movie with certain colour schemes for each location and different shades as time passed.
Didn't notice it.
Complete waste of time.
Did not notice it.
No idea.
Thanks, guys, because all I thought was it looks shit house.
Yeah.
Jeremy Renner was considered for the lead role but dropped out due to scheduling conflicts.
Lucky him.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
The Avengers.
Well done, Jeremy
dodged a
Renner.
fucking bullet there.
Didn't he ever? Cast and crew. The director, Sylvian White, he's only done 3 movies.
Yeah, I can
Metacritic at
understand why.
39. Yeah.
He doesn't know what he's doing.
But he's done The Losers, Stomp the Yard,
Yeah.
and Slender Man.
Oh, I think
Slender Man's dog shit.
Yeah, I heard that.
Oh
was a
man,
problem.
it's really bad.
Very bad Metacritic score. But
Because it's a very bad movie.
this motherfucker makes TV and he
Okay.
makes premium TV.
Oh.
So he's done like all sorts of series from fucking MacGyver to Fargo. Terminal List.
Okay.
All I did was I picked out the ones that are relevant to our podcast. He has done every fucking show.
Yeah, right.
Terminal List. I put the following in there because Kevin Bacon. The Lethal Weapon reboot.
Yeah.
He did.
Okay.
The Rookie, I don't know if I've got that in there. Just
Because you love Nathan Fillion.
yeah, who doesn't? It's just so charismatic and square jawed.
Have you watched The Rookie? Has anyone watched The Rookie?
I'm not watching.
I'm
the
ashamed to
fucking
say
Rookie.
yes.
Have
Yeah,
you
is it
really?
good?
No.
No, it's just
really
one of
bad.
those shows,
It's
isn't it?
not good.
Just a fucking 10 p.m. cop show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
anyway. The Umbrella Academy, which I watched the first season of, and The Americans, which is actually a really good show. So he's still working a lot,
Okay.
but no one's giving him money to make movies.
Just on a
So he's
smaller
just doing-
scale.
And I imagine he's just doing 1 or 2 eps of these shows. He's not
this
doing
is the
full
thing. Is it
seasons
shows,
or-
and then,
Yeah, it's just-
but
It's like
also,
a guest director or whatever. They
I've-
come in, they're told what to do, but they're just quite good at their craft or
yeah,
that sort of thing.
but these are the ones where I deliberately picked ones where he'd done more than a couple.
Okay.
So he did a lot of the Terminal List and a lot of the, and I think almost all.
I'm a
of
big
the
fan
following.
of the Terminal List.
Huge.
As we said, it's written by Peter Berg.
Yep.
So James Vanderbilt, we should put some respect on this motherfucker's name. I think he might be one of our guys.
He was one of the writers.
He's one of the writers. He did this screenplay.
Him and Pete Berg, yeah.
He has done, and this is just he's written or done the screenplay for Zodiac.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, he did Independence Day Resurgence, but we won't hold that too much against him.
Don't hate it.
I didn't mind it.
Duff, Murder Mystery 1 and 2.
Oh, the Adam Sandler one.
Did he?
Yeah, they're
He's,
good.
he's fucking talented.
They're a good time.
Kenny,
Yeah.
White House Down.
I hate that.
Doesn't everyone hate that?
Duff. Welcome to the Jungle.
Fucking perfection. Well done. I'm a guy.
Yeah.
Kenny, I mean, actually, Duff. The Amazing Spider-Man. And the Scream reboot. But he's done a lot.
The Scream reboot.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. I fucking love that
He's
shit.
done a bunch of shit. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he might be my guy.
Zodiac, I was like, whoa, just that alone.
Fuck. No,
James
isn't
Vanderbeek.
Zodiac fucking Fincher?
Yeah, I don't think he wrote it.
Did he not?
He did the screen. This guy did the screenplay for it.
Yeah, right.
Don't fact check that.
I won't.
Andy Diggle.
Yeah.
It's the only movie he's ever written.
Perfect.
Cast.
I'll send a ham to his wife. He's clearly dead.
He's murdered after this film came out.
He was the writer, and his brother Jock is the illustrator of the comics.
So they did a fucking passion project and they went, oh no.
Yeah,
It's been taken out of our hands. It's dog shit.
Yeah. Oh, they were in like a Peter Berg's attached to help write. It'd been great. Like, fuck.
Oh, God.
I'd love to know the percentage that Peter was involved because it doesn't feel very Bergy.
No, at all.
Idris Elba, our guy, has got a Metacritic of 55 from 51 movies. His highest is Beasts of No Nation, which we've talked about before.
Yep, Beast with a line. Yep,
Yep.
Understandable.
Beasts of No Nation.
It's a very good movie.
Yeah.
Beast of No Nation.
Yeah.
Very good movie.
Very good movie.
And Prom Night is his lowest with 17.
Haven't seen it.
Me neither.
I have. It's a horror.
Is it?
Yeah,
Right. Thought it was a romantic comedy.
might be.
Don't know why.
I think Prom Night's a fucking horror. I think it's like a slasher movie.
What's your favourite Idris Elba?
Colin Farrell.
My favourite Idris Elba
Yeah.
has to be The Wire.
Yeah, oh yeah, okay.
But if I had to choose a movie, I cannot.
Mm.
Because I think he's incredible in everything he's ever done.
It's tough, isn't it?
He's one of my guys. He's right up there with Timothy Olyphant for me.
Yeah, I know he's one of your guys. He's not in any of my favourite films.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
He's
Ken
a
forgets
bit-
about Pacific Rim.
I really like him, but he's probably one of my fringe guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like him when he's in stuff, but
Yeah.
he's not usually in stuff that I like.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
I just think he's super versatile. Like, he's
He
fucking
is, yeah.
so good. Like,
I
he's
really
legitimately
liked-
funny
actually,
and charismatic.
Something I just watched.
Bastille
in,
Day is fucking electric. Him in the
That was
English
quite
movie.
good.
Loved it.
I just watched him in an Apple TV show, the hijacking on the plane show.
That's
What was
so
that called?
good.
Is it
That-
good?
that was
And
really
what did
Oh
you get?
man, that's fucking
Yeah.
elite.
And he was great in that. Bit of an
Yeah.
anti-hero in that almost.
Okay.
Or big time.
Yeah.
Bit of
Yeah.
bit of a cuntish.
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
And he was great again. Yeah.
And he's the kind of guy who'll be in Beasts of No Nation and Beast.
Beast.
Yeah.
And that we need more of these guys. He's got chops.
He's happy to work.
Yeah, and have some fun and just not everything has to be a thespian. You don't have to go for an Oscar.
I didn't
every
mind
time.
that one with Matthew McConaughey, the Dark Tower or whatever it
It's
was.
on my
I actually-
list.
I actually thought that was pretty good.
It's
Yeah.
on my list.
Yeah, I didn't mind that. Little fantasy.
I
for
didn't
me,
like it, but I put it on my list.
I tell you about the Dark Tower. I lasted about 15 minutes.
You're Stephen
I
King.
didn't mind it.
Turned it off.
You read the book. Have you read the book?
No.
Oh,
I know of the book,
okay.
but I didn't like it.
Okay.
He's most famous for the TV show, right?
Luther?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's his big role.
I think that's
Luther's-
I've never watched the show.
It's good.
But I
Luther
watched
is
the,
insanely good.
Yeah, it's really good.
I watched the movie that came out last
Yep.
year because someone said, "Oh, you don't need to know the show," and they were right.
Yeah.
I just
The
watched the movie
crossover.
standalone. I was like, "Yeah, it's pretty good."
I
It
love
was a
that.
little bit tally movie, but it was pretty good.
I love that sort of
Crossover at the
crime
end.
shit.
Yeah.
Really good.
Yeah, all right. Happy with him.
All right, we'll give him a tick.
Yeah.
Zoe Saldana, she's a Metacritic of 56. Her highest is Avatar, which freaks me out every time I see that at 83.
Should be.
Yeah,
Should be higher.
she's been in some fucking franchises.
Oh, yeah.
Star Trek,
Guardians?
Guardians into Avengers, Pirates of the Caribbean, apparently. I don't know.
She was
Yeah,
in that.
she was. She's
Johnny
in it.
Depp. She played Johnny Depp.
Oh, there you go. That's
Yeah.
interesting.
I fucking wish she did. Holy shit, I wish she did. No, who was she?
She's just one of the little pirates.
She was a pirate, yeah.
Like he
She's one of the pirates of,
That makes
of the
sense.
Caribbean.
Yeah, it makes sense. She was one of the
Yeah.
pirates.
She's actually a pilot. It's actually in
Sorry,
Thailand.
pilot?
21 Pilots.
Yeah, I think she's good. She's her character sucks in this movie, unfortunately.
Again.
They
all suck, man, so it's not...
There's another character whose motivation was muddy as fuck. Like, why? What is she doing? And then she's, you killed my dad, but we'll sort it out later.
We're going to talk about this afterwards. Fucking
Okay.
No, you're not. You.
No, you're going to rock up with another bottle of whiskey, aren't
Yeah.
you?
Just remember, it's a dark comedy.
Oh, that's why I
Yeah,
went
you missed
wrong.
it.
Yeah.
You missed
Yeah.
it.
Missed the
point.
mark.
You missed it.
Another wasted talent in this movie was Chris Evans.
Yeah, very wasted.
You know I'm a Chris Evans guy. Massive Chris Evans guy.
I think we all are.
Snowpiercer is his highest, 84. That's a fucking good film.
We talked about Chris Evans in the Grey Man.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, we love Chris Evans.
Yeah.
He
This
played
is
Captain
one
America.
you'd like to forget because he was actually just annoying in this, to be honest.
It wasn't. Okay. Fuck, it just
wasn't his fault.
No, he
He
tried.
He was doing what he was told to do.
If he couldn't save it,
Yeah.
it was beyond saving.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Columbus Shorts, Duff's guy.
That's it. That's the one.
He's been in a lot of movies and I don't remember him a lot.
Hit me with some.
War of the Worlds is his highest one, 73.
War of the Worlds. He must have been like one of the spectators at the start or a soldier.
Yeah, he's got 51 from 17 films. His lowest is Whiteout, which is the Kate Beckinsale one, I think, of in the snow. 28 for that.
I feel like that was dog shit.
Yeah, and I think his most prominent. It wasn't good, and his most prominent role is Stomp the Yard.
Oh,
Which I
so
don't
he's
remember
got
him
back
yet.
together with the
Yeah.
writer or whatever.
So
it was.
yeah,
I did not
Oh,
know.
the director, sorry.
Maybe it was this I liked him from.
Yeah.
Fucking crazy.
So the directors pulled him out of Stomp the Yard and put him into the losers.
Yeah. Jeffrey Dean Morgan was in this movie.
Yeah, Jamie.
So he's
surprised we haven't come across Jeffrey Dean before because he's kind of he's around there. Yeah.
I think he's definitely more of a TV guy though, isn't he?
Yeah.
Now he was, and now he is again.
Yeah.
I just don't get why. Well, I can understand why he hasn't made it because he can only really do Jeffrey Dean Morgan. That's his thing. Like what he was in this. That's his thing.
In The Watchmen, he was a highlight of the movie, and he was in it for 4 minutes.
Yeah. But you know who I liken him to, and I think that he could have had a similar career, but there's just something slightly missing. Maybe it's a bit more charisma. George Clooney.
Ooh.
So I think if you put Jeffrey Dean Morgan in most George Clooney roles, he can do the exact same thing Clooney
Really?
does. Yeah.
I was thinking Clive Owen.
Yeah. I think Jeffrey Dean does George Clooney.
Yeah, I can't see it.
He can do like Up in the Air, or he can
Really?
do. I think he can do the comedy stuff as well that Clooney does, the kind of smarmy comedy stuff. I think I could be wrong. I'm happy to be wrong.
I don't know. I just don't have any reference to know that I've seen him do that. I mean, and
I just think that's who he is.
Yeah.
He's like this suave, kind of sexy guy.
Yeah.
And he's kind of a bit smug about it.
yeah.
And he's cool, and he's a bit of an alpha because he's stoic.
Is he as good of an
it's-
actor as George Clooney? Though?
Probably not.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why he's not.
So who's Dollar Store Clooney?
Yeah, this guy probably.
Yeah.
Is he? Sorry,
Is he? I think so.
What's Duff looking up on his phone?
I had
funny
to-
memes?
No, it was doing my head in about Columbus Short. Like
Yeah.
I was like, I know him and I like him.
Yeah.
But it's not for this. It is for Death at a Funeral, the remake of the English one.
Yeah. Did
Love
they
that.
remake the English one, did they?
Yeah, and before this, he did Armored, and that's the movie I love him from.
I don't know.
It's a dog shit movie. It's got Matt Dillon, Lawrence Fishburne, Jean Reno.
I like the cast.
Yeah,
tell me more.
It's right up there.
Is it high- is it a
Milo, Skeet Ulrich. It's
yeah.
about a...
Skeet Ulrich.
Yeah.
You fucking buried the lead there,
Yeah,
Duff.
I remember this movie, and I go, "That's what I love him from."
Right.
It's one of those movies
Armored.
where the armored guys are robbing. It's very
Oh,
similar
like a
to
heist movie.
Yeah,
Is it a heist movie?
Yeah,
might
They
have-
heist him.
I think I might have seen it.
Armored. Very
Sign
old.
me up, man. How have I not seen a heist?
I probably hadn't heard of it. That's why I left it off.
Unfortunately, we can't do it on the pod, so I'll move on.
Oh,
50 is its score.
Oh, we can do 50.
50.
I know,
50.
but I just don't think anyone else apart from me has seen it.
I'll watch it tonight.
Perfect.
Yeah.
All right. Announce it next. Let's fucking
Yeah,
go.
I'll
So that's what it's
fucking
from. I was like, it was killing me because I fucking like this guy, and I was like, I can't. It's not this.
He's just doing nothing. Again,
I don't
he's
didn't
just doing
recognise
nothing in this movie, unfortunately.
Sorry.
I don't think it's his fault.
What were you guys talking about? Clooney.
No, I was just saying that. I was saying JDM is kind of Clooney, like a poor man's Clooney.
They must be pretty poor.
Okay,
I imagine.
Okay,
I imagine they're homeless without any dollars.
Let's say Clooney's career didn't work out.
Yeah.
Can you picture Clooney doing what Jeffrey Dean Morgan did in this role? Exactly the same
Yeah,
way.
I think Clooney's punching down. Then that's the thing. I just don't think Jeffrey Dean Morgan's got the range and the chops.
Even Clooney in ER was fucking pretty spectacular.
Yeah.
And what about Jeffrey Dean in Grey's Anatomy? I don't remember him. I've never watched it, but someone said he's in it.
Funny story. I used to watch Grey's Anatomy every week, and then Denny, this guy's character, then they played that fucking Chasing Cars song.
Yeah.
Broke me. Never watched it again.
Wow.
Fuck, I'd never cried so much in my whole life.
Jeffrey Dean played a lead detective in a couple of films around, I want to say 2012, 13. There was one called Texas Killing Fields, I think.
With Sam Worthington?
I think so.
It's dog shit.
And I liked it. And
Yeah,
there's
I know
another
you-
one just after
I know
that.
you would.
And he's solving like murders or whatever. He plays like a homicide detective, and he's the lead. And they're like straight to video movies.
Yeah, and that's
but they're pretty depressing. But he's good. He like carries the movie fine, and he does well. But he's just not good enough to be the lead in like a big Hollywood film, I don't think.
Says here is in a movie. I've never heard of this one. Have you guys heard of a movie called Rampage? From 20...
Oh, like the old...
It looks like it's got a gorilla in it or some shit.
I've never seen it.
Nah. Yeah, I don't remember him in that.
Was he in
that? It's one of his known for on his front page of fucking...
No, I've never seen Rampage.
Yeah, so according to IMDb, he's known for Watchmen, Rampage, Walking Dead, and The Losers.
The Walking Dead's his biggest thing.
Yeah,
probably.
and The Boys. Yeah. Anyway, I like him, but I'm not sure he's Clooney. I honestly think...
No, that's okay.
For some reason,
I
Clive
thought I'd
Owens,
just
who
throw it
jumped
out
into
there.
my head as him being like
I just
a
think
poor man's Clive
Jeffrey
Owen.
Dean Morgan has the 5 o'clock Clooney shadow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And he appears suave in the dog shit he's in.
that's fine. I was just throwing it out there.
I
I just got to. I get
the
a
one-eyed man in the land of the blind.
I get a poor man Clooney vibe. I get a poor
Yeah,
man
that's-
Clooney vibe.
I'm also going to shout out Oscar Oscar. There's a guy called Oscar in this movie.
Don't touch the head.
Who we'd never. This is the first time we've mentioned this poor motherfucker the whole pod.
The sniper.
Totally forgot he was in it. Yeah. He was in Rambo: Last Blood, which I don't remember,
Well, no.
and The Shallows,
okay.
which I don't remember him in that.
The
either.
Shallows. Is he? I know him in The Shallows. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah. But I honestly,
He's in it for 3 minutes.
He could fucking walk in the door right
Is he
now,
one
and I
of the
wouldn't
surfers?
remember him.
Yeah, he's right at the start.
Is he?
Yeah.
I just honestly, he was utterly forgettable. Unfortunately, he's one of the guys I got nothing for you. He could be sitting in the passenger seat in my car when I get in it later, and I'd be like, "Who the fuck are you?" And Jason Patrick and our guy Holt.
Yeah, Patrick just wasn't for me in this movie. I'm actually not much of a Patrick guy, but
When he's on, he's fucking good, but he's got to play dark.
When's he been
and
on?
Gritty. Narc. Yeah.
And Speed 2. That's all. Fuck, no thanks.
Yeah.
It's a no thanks from me with Patrick.
I don't.
He just looks weird in
Not into
this. I
You
think
might be the only guy I know that goes, oh, Jason Patrick, big
Yeah.
fan.
really. I don't
Yeah.
mind him at all.
Yeah, I
Somehow
know.
people know him.
Yeah.
What's he ever fucking done?
He ruined a Speed franchise.
He's just got amazing eyes.
Does he?
Yeah, he's got a great brow. Like
Okay.
just real good brow.
Yeah, right.
I'm a fan of a brow. So
Nice to me, man.
we're at the redeeming bit.
I'm going to redeem it.
love it.
After what we're
Love
talking
it.
about. You know what, guys?
Swerve.
Now that I know that it was a comedy.
The Lost Boys. That's why I love him. He's the fucking star of the Lost Boys.
Who is?
Fucking Jason Patrick.
Is him and Keith
Fuck.
Kiefer Sutherland.
Yes.
Oh, he's one of the
I
bad
knew-
guys.
Yeah.
Oh, not the
No,
bad guys.
he's-
one of the,
he's
One of
the-
the Lost Boys.
He's one of the Lost Boys.
He's a big boy.
He's a big boy.
He's the guy.
He's one of the
One
old
of the
boys.
guys. Yeah. He's the older brother.
Yeah.
So no, I'm not gonna redeem it. I simply did not enjoy myself.
Yeah.
I just didn't. I didn't like the tone. I didn't laugh once. If it was meant to be a comedy, I don't know.
You just didn't
Obviously,
get
the PG rated action stuff, just like fuck. What are we doing here? I'm not going to go through it all again. I also just felt it didn't really have any vision or style whatsoever, other than the comic book graphics at the start, and then that was just forgotten about. and we just do a fucking shitty movie after that. So I'm going to give it a 35. And if you disagree with me, then you're as stupid as this movie.
Oh, that might be the lowest score we've ever had.
Lowest score I've ever given, I believe.
It was 36 I gave Domino.
Right. In our first ever episode.
Yeah. Great, cracking start.
He came in hard on the first step, didn't he?
And then ever since then, I think I've redeemed everything else apart from the beach. And this.
Just didn't get it.
I got the beach. I got it too much. Yeah, I got nothing much to say about this. When I liked it when I was younger, but I can't imagine how. I must have been on a lot of drugs.
We all were.
Not me though. I don't drink.
I definitely wasn't either then.
Yeah, I'm fucking bamboozled by how garbage this movie was because I fucking thought it was really good. When you said last week we're doing The Losers, I fucking gave myself a little fist pump. But then when I'm watching the movie, I gave myself a fist bump into my head over and over again, trying to fucking knock myself out. But in saying that, I liked it. 54. Nah, I'll go the other way. I'll go 44. There was some bits. A bit
Was there?
That's nostalgia. It's fucking literally 8 points above you. Let's calm down. Let's calm down over there, Feisty. Yeah, I'm going to give it 44. I wanted to like it more, but I couldn't. It was just weird that I couldn't. It's weird that I really liked this movie when I first seen it, and now it's just not for me.
We just didn't know any better. I'm going to take this opportunity to formally apologise to you guys. For
never apologise for a bad movie.
It's fine. We took a shot.
I feel like I owe you an hour and a half. I'm yours for an hour and a half to do whatever. I'll do whatever without question or eye contact.
I'm going to bring a bottle of whiskey into your caravan later on.
We're in a G-string like Zoe Saldana.
I'm going to make you rewatch Chappie.
Christ, anything
You
but
son
that.
of a bitch.
That's a fucking war crime.
You
I'm going to report you to the
Well, I wear what Hugh Jackman wears the whole movie.
No, I'm the same. I actually, as I said, I like this. I like this enough that I bought the DVD X rental for $8 or whatever I used to do. Yeah, but look, I've made some mistakes in my life, and that's one of them. It's not in the top 1,000.
It should be. Should be in the top 10.
So yeah, I just didn't like it. It was a big miss on almost all counts. There was those couple of things I mentioned that were mildly redeeming. So I'm not ever going to give anything 0.
But you're close.
Oh, fucking trying not to. You know what? I'm going to give it 22.
Hey,
wow.
I'm going to give it 22.
Fuck
Wow.
it.
Yeah.
Fuck it. I'm going lower again.
Yeah, okay.
I'm going to go 25.
Oh, fuck it. Me too. I'm going lower. I'm going 43.
Okay, yeah.
Good. Take that, the losers.
So shit.
Yes, I'm sorry, everyone. I hope you enjoyed us absolutely destroying this movie.
And if you didn't watch it, if you're one of those people that watches it afterwards, don't.
It's available. This should have been the first red flag. It's available on iView, ABC iView, which is the streaming service for the ABC network, which is where old people watch their TV shows.
Just
on
watch
the box.
Bluey instead.
You know, when I opened up iView, because you said to us it's on iView,
Yeah.
so I opened it up to have a look. There's actually a bunch of movies.
I
on
love
there.
iView.
I didn't even know there was
I'm
movies
only
on
joking
there.
about it. I'm all over it. I love it.
I went on there and I was about to
knew-
message you because I was like, it's not fucking on here. Realised I was in Joey's account. We only have Joey's account and it's all fucking Bluey and
it's
kid
just Bluey.
shows. It's like, I go, it clearly states here, iView. I'm on fucking iView.
I've watched 12 episodes of The Magic Roundabout and I'm just upset.
I'm going around the twist again.
So that's it for this episode. Hey, just a quick one on the way out.
Oh, yeah.
We've got a special outro song.
We do.
We're the
Yes.
people. We're people.
We're people. Most of us are people. No, what you're going to hear on the way out, don't touch that dial. You're going to hear a song by our mates from the band Getting Dumber.
Yes.
A shout out to
Friends of the pod. Yep.
Friends of the pod.
And
Getting
this
dumber.
we're going to play their song Dried Flowers, which is available at all good record stores and on your streaming devices.
It's on Spotify. The new album is also coming out real soon.
Yeah.
A whole album of Getting Dumber. Wow. What
Yeah.
a treat for all the kids out there.
Get around it. Hope you enjoy it. If you want us to give you a shout out, send us a fucking email and a money order.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Bye.
God damn with a brush.